Does this sound like you? You're ready to have a place to call home, but you don't know where to start? Maybe you've heard horror stories of the buying process and how difficult obtaining a mortgage can be. I'm here to clear the fear of home buying. I do not believe in letting you walk through the process alone, and I feel that it is my responsibility to educate and guide you through the entire process of buying a home through closing and beyond. My name is Christian Shimonik, and I'm a real estate agent with Keller Williams Lake Cities in Dallas, Texas. I combine my experience as a personal banker and mortgage processor with my education in business, technology, and marketing in order to help my clients achieve and surpass their real estate goals. The world of real estate is often overwhelming, but with the right agent like myself, it becomes an exciting and enjoyable process, which I believe it is meant to be. In this video, I will be simplifying the often frightening process of purchasing your first home. The first thing that I want to go over is the home buying process may take some time. If you're wanting to set yourself up to be in the best possible position to buy a home soon, the time is now to start getting your finances and credit in the best place possible. That is not to say that you must be in perfect financial and credit shape in order to buy a home. There are many programs that I'll briefly touch on that help clients with lower credit scores and available funds to be able to purchase a home. With these programs, it can be possible to purchase a home with a credit score in the lower 600s and sometimes little to no down payment. Since each homebuyer situation is different programs may be better suited to you than others. Please text 806-I-SOLD-IT to get information on these programs and how I might be able to help make your home buying dream a reality. After preparing your credit and financial side of things, it is now time to go get pre-qualified. If you already have a preferred bank, you can reach out to their mortgage officers to set up an appointment to look at getting pre-qualified. It is a good idea to select your real estate agent prior to seeking financing, as each agent often has lenders that they work with that have a history of giving their clients phenomenal experiences, and they likely know who is offering the best deals and programs at that time. It is important to get pre-qualified prior to looking at houses, as it is often required to be able to submit an offer on a house, and it can save valuable time by only looking at homes that you can afford. The pre-qualification will tell you what the top prices that you should be looking at and will often provide you with an estimate of what you could be looking at for monthly payments and fees. After getting pre-qualified, now comes the fun. It is time to start searching for your new home. Some things to consider about the area that you'll be looking at is average cost, nearby schools, property taxes, commute time to work, and future development. I make sure to provide all these details to my buyers in order to simplify their search. Real estate agents can set up automatic updates for your search area so that you get an instant notification the moment that a property that fits your credentials hits the market. You will provide your agent with a list of properties that you are interested in seeing, and your agent will set up the appointments. Once you find the home for you, work with your agent to submit an offer and be ready to negotiate. Your agent should be able to go over all the details of the offer and explain the impact of each section. If any of it does not make sense, you are encouraged to have an attorney review the document for you. The seller may accept your offer, reject your offer, counter your offer, or do nothing at all. Once a deal has been agreed to, your agent will assist in getting the contract documents over to your lender and title company. The title company is often selected by the seller, but sometimes it may be up to you, and your realtor should be able to help guide you in selecting that company. At this time, you will need to drop off your earnest money and option money to the title company. Earnest money is sometimes referred to as a good faith payment. It is a payment that demonstrates your commitment to the transaction. Earnest money amount is negotiated during the offer phase of home buying, but it is often 1% of the purchase price. The earnest money is credited to the transaction at closing. Option money is also a negotiated amount. It allows you to back out of the contract for any reason during the agreed upon time frame or request modifications to the deal after signing the contract, and it is usually a couple $100s. This leads me to my next step in the home buying process: what to do during your option phase if you have one. Some common option period timeframes run between 5 to 7 days after the contract is executed. During this time, it is important to have a home inspection set up so that an inspector can find any issues that may affect the property in a negative way. It is important to do the inspection as early as possible in the option period to allow you time to back out of the contract if the inspection finds substantial issues. Once you have made it through the option period, you will likely be communicating back and forth between your mortgage lender as they work towards getting you approved for the mortgage. Often your mortgage processor will reach out to you with a list of items that are needed by the underwriter for approval. The underwriter is a person who reviews the entire loan file, credit, financial, and property to determine if a loan can be granted. Some of the items needed might be things like bank statements, letters of explanation, employment history, and plenty of other items. It is important to take care of these items in a timely fashion to prevent any delays with the closing of the home. This process can often cause confusion and frustration for home buyers, so I make sure to guide my buyers during this time and clear up any confusion using my experience in the mortgage industry. Also during this time, the appraisal of the property will be ordered and completed. The appraisal is completed by a licensed appraiser who will give a market value of the property. This is very important for your lender as they typically will not lend above what the property is valued at, meaning you will have to cover the difference, the purchase price would have to be lowered, or the deal may not work at all. The appraiser can determine value through a variety of methods, but the most common method is through comparing the price of properties that were recently sold in the area. It is now closing time. By this point, your loan has been granted final approval by your lender, you have the funds needed for closing, and you've done your final walkthrough of the property. Make sure to bring multiple forms of unexpired identification, your funds for closing, usually in the form of a cashier's check or wire transfer, and make sure that any co-buyers are also present. While there is a lot more that goes into each step of the process, I make sure that every part is enjoyable, simple, and pain-free. I make clients for life, and I want to make sure that this is a memorable experience that you can look back positively on. Whenever you're ready to make your move, call or text me at 806-I-SOLD-IT.